Cool intro sound.
Alright guys, how's it going? AlphaYGO back at it again, and today I have a special guest for y'all.
It's your boy Spanko. Yo, you see the glasses?
I see them.
You see the glasses?
I see the nose and the mustache.
This is an unofficial face reveal, alright? You guys won't see my real face for now. But this is an unofficial face reveal.
This is so ridiculous. But what do you have to show us today?
So today I am showing you guys Cyber Dragon Orcust. We played last night at locals and I went X-0 with this deck. Sorry Alpha, I beat Alpha in the last round. But this deck also, he played pure Thunder Dragon, which I honestly think is the best deck in the format. But this deck just has a good Thunder Dragon matchup just because Dingirsu being able to send Colossus and also being able to send like Titan is really good, obviously, because without the protection effects you lose a lot of advantage, because being able to banish your Thunder Dragons gets stuff. But that's the Thunder Dragon Protect profile. But basically today I went X-0, or last night I went X-0 with Cyber Dragon Orcust, and so I'll show you guys the deck profile and like we'll get right into it, to be honest with you. So for the main deck, or for the Orcust, you are playing triple Harp, double Nightmare, one Symbol, and one Wand. I didn't need to talk too much about this, it's pretty standard, but the one thing I wanted to say is I don't like playing just one Symbol. I usually like playing double, but with this deck, because you really want to see Harp, because it's your actual best discard fodder, so that's why you want to play the triple Harp. Otherwise, I would probably play 2 and 2. But then Symbol is really good at just 1, just because now what you do is you just keep recycling Symbol rather than recycling Harp or recycling Nightmare. You just keep recycling Symbol. So that's it for your Orcust engine. It's pretty standard. For your Cyber Dragons, I am playing triple, obviously the regular Cyber Dragon, the OG, triple Core, triple Hers, and double Nashter. So I only play double Nashter because, one, it locks you into machines. So it kind of sucks when it locks you into machines, only because if you need to do your Nightmare combos, you can't go into that with Nashter, right? So you don't want Nashter to be your first combo starter, but Nashter later into the game is stupid. Like, you keep recurring all your cards in your graveyard, and it just makes the grind game really good. So double Nashter I think is still very necessary. And then the honorary Cyber Dragon card, double Galaxy Soldier. I pretty much side this out every game too, to be honest with you, just because it's hard to side a lot of the engine pieces in this deck. So this is not really an engine piece, it's more of just like an extender, and so siding out an extender isn't horrible. What I'll usually do is I'll side out like both of these and then one of these. The reason I side out one of these is because this and this work really well in tandem, right? Together, this and this are really strong, but because you're taking out this, having 3 of this is not as important anymore, so I usually just take out one of these. So that's just like some siding tips. But that's it for the Cyber Dragon like package. It's pretty standard, and then obviously Core Machine Dupe is like one of the strongest combos in Yu-Gi-Oh! Till today, even though like that has not been power crept. So Danger Engine, I'm playing the 1 Nessie, double Jackal, double Such. I don't have a second Nessie, I'm sorry. But I played Monster Reborn, and actually Monster Reborn yesterday is what won me the game against Alpha.
Must be nice.
Yeah, that's why double Nessie, cool, but Monster Reborn is better. So that's it for the Dangers, and that's it for the monsters.
I'm assuming you would opt to play the second one if you get your hands on the second one.
If I get my hands on my second one, like I am gonna opt to play it. I don't know what I take out. Every time I play Monster Reborn though, I want to keep it in, so I probably take something else out. Actually, I'll show you guys what I'll take out in a second. So triple Machine Dupe, this card keeps floating to my hand, I fucking love it. Again, like I said, Core Machine Dupe is the best combo in the world. It's also not once per turn. One time I opened double of these, it got Ash, and then I was like, alright, Machine Dupe, and then he was like, oh, okay. At that point, you just scoop. Or if you open Machine Dupe, Core, and like Call by the Grave, this is also like really broken, right? So that's really good. Triple Emergency, this card yesterday for some reason also kept coming to my hand, but I kept seeing 2 of it, which kind of like annoyed me. But I mean, you have to play 3. You really want to see it. And then for the last Cyber Dragon cards, I'm playing 1 Repair Plant and 1 Rev. Rev is just, again, like Monster Reborn, and it's kind of searchable. So Rev is really good at that in that sense as well. And I just count this as a Cyber Dragon spell. So that's it for the Cyber Dragon spells. Triple Call by the Grave because you don't want to lose to hand traps. 1 Foolish and 1 Monster Reborn. So remember how I was saying like I don't want to take out Monster Reborn for Nessie? I would probably take out the Foolish. Just because every time I saw Foolish, I was kind of like, I don't need it, you know? It's like, it's a nice extender, and it's nice if you like super brick, but the whole point of this deck is like you don't brick, right? So playing the Foolish is kind of like, oh, that's just an extra card that could have been anything else in my opinion. So I would probably move this for the Nessie, even though like it sounds dumb to move a Foolish Burial for like another Nessie, but like, or especially something in a deck like Orcust, but you honestly don't need it. It never comes up. And then for the last cards in the main deck, it's just 1 Crescendo and 1 Overflow. Overflow is the best thing in the world to search when your opponent has Floodgates and you can't combo. You just go straight into Overflow. You go Core into Overflow. Even though this is kind of better and like these are kind of better to search, Overflow is just one of those things where it's like if you find yourself in a pickle, you just always search Overflow, and then that could just honestly just straight up win you games. I was playing Salad yesterday and I searched Overflow. Cyber Dragons, of course, you guys all know can like contact views, so I got rid of his Sunlight Wolf, and then so his War was dead. So then I overflowed his Will and another back row, and then from there he just couldn't play. So it was really strong Overflow. So that's it for the main deck. It's a 40 card main deck. Playing 40 is weird for me, but 40 card main deck is pretty good, I think. So That was it for the main deck pretty much.
How do you feel about certain texts that people run in this deck? Stuff like Gizmek.
Okay, so yeah, I knew you were gonna ask me about Gizmek too. I don't like Gizmek. I don't like that card. I think that card is garbage. Every time someone has done that to me, like let's say I play in the mirror match or in other Orcust matchups, if they make their board and then they Gizmek, they just lose so much advantage and they lose their grind game. The whole point of this deck, in my opinion, is that it can grind so well. And then as soon as you banish 8 cards, let's say you banish your Orcust engine, because you're playing a little Orcust engine, right? Or you banish like your extra copy of Core or Nashter. Like, what do you do after turn 1, right? So I don't like Gizmek. I think Gizmek is a horrible card. But that's just me. I don't like it.
That's fair enough.
For the extra deck, I mean, this is pretty standard. Double Galatea, 1 Long, double Ding. You know, the more I play this deck, the more I want to take out Long Girsu. Even though Long Girsu in theory is really good, I kind of just want to play a third Galatea. Like, double Galatea is good enough, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not that it's bad or you need a third, but there are some situations where I just have it Long, and I'm like, I don't know when I'm ever going to make this. So, Long's cool, but I don't know. I might take him out for the third Galatea. Ding Girsu is kind of iffy. I know some people play 1 and they like to play Makaba. I'm not going to show you those sleeves. But some people like...
I'm leaving it in, but...
Okay, yeah, like you can see my little... Okay, anyways. So some people like to play 1 Dingirsu and like to play Makaba because if they Nibiru you on your Nova summon, because usually Nova is your 5th summon. So if they Nibiru you on that, then you can get Makaba and then still full Orcust combo. But the problem with playing Makaba in this deck is like... Well, Makaba itself is not a problem, but... Dingirsu making multiple comes up often. Like yesterday against Alpha, like I literally needed the second Dingirsu to out his monsters, right? And especially because the Orcust cards don't stay in your graveyard for long. It's not like you can keep symbol recurring Dingirsu, right? So that's the only reason why I like to play double Ding. It just comes up way more often in my opinion. And then, I mean, Nightmare package, Mermaid, Phoenix, Cerberus. I kind of want to take out Cerberus. It's not that good, but I mean, you got to play 3 just in case. And then for the Cyber Dragon stuff, 2 Mega Fleet and 1 Fortress. One thing I learned the other day was that these cards are freaking disgusting, bro. These are disgusting. So I made my full combo. And if you guys don't know what the full combo is you end on Infinity plus Galatea plus... or Infinity plus double Galatea with like a crescendo set, right? Holy... My opponent just goes, okay, Mega Fleet. And I was like, what are you talking about, Mega Fleet? And he's like, yeah, you have a Cyber Dragon monster, and you have a monster in your extra monster zone. And I was like, what do you mean? How are you going to use both of my monsters? But then these, they either play as field, which is better than just Super Poly, because it's just basically like, okay, you have a board, okay, now I make my own Mega Fleet. And I'm like, oh, well, there's literally no way to out that. And I don't know if Alpha posted his Thunder Dragon list yet, but I know he plays Mega Fleet in there. So playing around it was, now you have to actually play around it, because that's freaking stupid. So I would either make the Cyber Dragon board, or I would make the Orcust board. And it wasn't both. So, like, multiple times I opened the hand where I can make both combos, but I was like, I don't want to make both. I don't want to end on, like, Infinity plus the Dingirsu or Infinity plus Galatea, because I'll just lose at that point. Yeah, that's just dumb. But yeah, I mean, Infinity, Nova, this is really good. Nova helps you in OTK actually a lot, because a lot of the time if you're going second, you go Nova, recur Cyber Dragon, and then you can make Infinity, and then you just win from there. Mirage, because you actually need it as part of the combo, to be honest with you. It's really good for multiple situations. I mean, hers... into this, and then hers will search. All the Cyber Dragons, for you guys that don't know, become Cyber Dragon on the field. So the problem is you can't actually make any of the Nightmare monsters with like Core plus hers, because they're all Cyber Dragon on the field. So you actually can't do that. They need different names. So that's why you make Mirage for the combo. And then Boral Sword, which is an honorary Orcust monster, because you can make this with any Orcust hand, honestly. Boral Sword is a stupid card in this deck. So that's it for that.
I assume the reason you run no like Chimera Tech like and the Overload Fusion, all the OTK stuff for Cyber Dragons, because like the Orcust package with the Boral Sword is usually enough for a game all the time.
You make Boral Sword yesterday actually, I don't know if you remember what happened, but yesterday I made Boral Sword and then he Titan popped my Boral Sword and then I still had OTK. So like this deck is really stupid in that sense. So you don't really need the Boral Sword. It's just Boral Sword is so easy to make. Like you'll just make into it, and a lot of the times your opponent will try to out it because they'll be like, that's what I'm scared of. But then as soon as they out it, you just have OTK anyways, because the Cyber Dragons do that for you. So you don't really need the fusions and whatnot.
The recursion and grind in this deck is actually pretty dang insane.
So moving on to the side deck. This is a side deck that I played. I mean, I don't know if you guys really need to see the side deck. And it's more of a local side deck. I mean, Nibiru is probably one of the best cards in the game right now. Against any deck, really. Other than Striker, this card's insane. And obviously, you can argue like Guru and whatnot. But, I mean, you need this against combo decks. Triple Ash. I didn't main any hand traps if you guys saw. And I think hand traps are really important actually in the game right now. So Ashes I think is really good side in this deck at least. Triple Imperm, which I actually might take out because I realized that Imperm is actually not as good this format as it used to be. There's not a lot of cards where it's like they normal summon and then Imperm just stops them. Against Thunder Dragon this doesn't really do much. Against Dragon Link this doesn't really do that much. I mean, hitting Draco Net's okay, but it's not that crazy. So I might take these out for something else. Now, my spicy tech that actually I think won me one of the games yesterday as well was Dimensional Barrier. So this in theory is insanely good. Yeah, I'm sorry, Alpha. You guys can't see, but Alpha just made a really big face. So basically, this card's insanely good for multiple reasons. One, because Pendulum is still like, you know, whether it's the Endymion version or the Pendulum Magician is still very relevant. So calling Pendulum with Dimensional Barrier is insane. Thunder Dragon, in my opinion, is like pure Thunder Dragon is probably one of the best decks, if not the best deck. So being able to call Fusion, insane. Like you just win. I called Fusion on Alpha yesterday, and he just kind of, what did you do? Like normal summon pass, or like you set Matrix pass or some shit. It was so bad. So this card against Thunder Dragon is insanely good. Against Pendulum is insanely good, and it's just really good. Also in the mirror match, the reason this card is so good is because I first thought about the mirror match, and I'm like, okay, if I make the Orcust plus Cyber Dragon combo, and then standby phase I flip this call Fusion, they can't Mega Fleet me. And on top of them not being able to Mega Fleet me, they can't combo themselves. So them not being able to combo is really big as well, right? So Dimensional Barrier I thought was insanely good. And then the last card I'm playing is Triple Twin Twister. I mean, just against backrow decks, Subterra Guru is a really hard matchup for this deck. So Twin Twister for the Subterra Guru matchups. And then like against those control decks, you just side in Twister and Ash because like Ash hurts those kind of control decks because they need to get like rolling. You Ash their Guru and they have nothing else in their hand, they kind of lose, right? Or they Ash their Hidden City and they can't get to Guru, they kind of lose, right? So that's why it's kind of nice. Again, the only thing I think I'd change right now is Imperm. Like, it's a good card, and I get it's expensive and stuff, but it's really not as good this format. So maybe play something else into Imperm. Dark Ruler No More is not bad, but then again, this deck also outsboards without Dark Ruler No More, so it's kind of 50-50. This is the only card that I would move. Otherwise, I think Dimensional Barrier is the most slept-on card this format, but insanely good this format. And yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys liked this deck profile. I did go X-0, so I can actually say, like, actually a pretty good deck. I really like it. I think it's pretty good. Do you have anything you want to say?
I think this deck is actually one of the best decks of the format. We have differing opinions.
It definitely is one of the best decks. I'm not going to say it's not one of the best decks. I mean, the reason I'm playing it is because it's good in my opinion. But the only problem is the out is so easy. Like, if your opponent just... Any deck can just play one Mega Fleet in the side, and then they just out your board to do nothing. Like, you do nothing.
The problem is, guys, I've Mega Fleeted him and resolved 2 Super Polys against him in one game. And he was still able to beat me because he outgrinded me silly.
But again, this just has a good Thunder Dragon matchup, right?
So that's where I'm going to leave at. But honestly, Spanko, thanks so much for coming up. You're looking hella D's now. Look at this.
Actually?
Bro, you're looking hella D's now. Bro.
One more thing. If you guys want to check out... I put this deck profile on my channel as well. And I have all the other deck profiles on my channel. So if you guys want to check out my channel, I guess, SpankoYGO, you guys can check that out. And of course, subscribe to Alpha's channel. Because shout out Alpha for... giving me X-0 yesterday. Wait, hold on. Did I just roast you? But yeah, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I don't know why I'm doing an outro for you, so I'll have to take it over.
I'm so disappointed. I'll talk to you guys later.